10 U.S. states overcrowded by Canadian immigrants in 2025. In recent years, there has been a surprising trend in migration patterns. More and more Canadians are moving south of the border into the United States. Whether it's for warmer weather, economic opportunity, or a lifestyle change, Canadian immigrants are increasingly settling in key U.S. states. While this influx brings cultural diversity and economic contributions, it also raises concerns about overcrowding, strained infrastructure, and changes in local dynamics. In this video, we'll explore 10 U.S. states that have seen a significant rise in Canadian immigrants, leading to overcrowded conditions in housing, public services, and local communities. Let's dive into the states feeling the biggest impact. Number 10. Oregon. Oregon, with its natural beauty, progressive politics, and strong environmental values, appeals to many Canadians who share similar ideals. Cities like Portland have seen a noticeable increase in Canadian immigrants who are drawn to the laid-back lifestyle and community vibe. However, Oregon's infrastructure was not designed to handle such rapid population growth. Housing shortages are leading to increased homelessness and affordability crises in some cities. Public transit and roadways are under strain, and the education system is feeling the pressure of larger class sizes and reduced resources. While Canadians often integrate well, their growing numbers have intensified issues related to overcrowding and urban planning. Number 9. Illinois. Illinois, especially the Chicago metropolitan area, has attracted a growing number of Canadian immigrants in recent years. The strong economy, cultural scene, and educational institutions are major draws. Canadians are making their presence felt in various sectors, from finance and healthcare to the arts and academia. But this growth has not come without challenges. Chicago's neighborhoods are experiencing rising housing costs and increased demand for public services. Traffic congestion, over-enrolled schools, and pressure on healthcare facilities are now common issues in areas with high numbers of Canadian immigrants. The city is trying to adapt, but the pace of immigration is adding to an already complex urban management challenge. Number 8. Michigan. Michigan, particularly cities near the Canadian border like Detroit and Ann Arbor, has seen a steady influx of Canadians looking for work, education, and affordable living. With shared industries and cultural ties, it's an easy move for many Canadians. However, the state is now dealing with the consequences of this population growth. Public universities are reporting overcrowded classrooms, and job competition in certain sectors has intensified. Housing in student towns and border cities is increasingly scarce, and infrastructure is being pushed to its limits. Although Michigan values its close relationship with Canada, the rise in Canadian immigrants is becoming a key factor in discussions about urban planning and resource allocation. Number 7. Nevada. Nevada, particularly the Las Vegas area, has emerged as a surprising destination for Canadian immigrants. Drawn by the warm desert climate, business opportunities, and entertainment lifestyle, Canadians are buying properties and starting businesses in record numbers. This sudden growth is transforming quiet suburbs into bustling communities. Local officials have expressed concern about the strain on utilities, water resources, and public safety services. Hospitals and schools in rapidly growing neighborhoods are struggling to keep pace with demand. While Canadian immigrants are contributing to the local economy, their presence is undeniably accelerating the overcrowding problem, especially in areas unprepared for such rapid population increases. Number 6. New York. New York's cultural appeal and vast opportunities continue to attract Canadians seeking the excitement of urban life. From artists and entertainers to finance professionals and students, the diversity of Canadians settling in New York is astounding. While the city is accustomed to welcoming newcomers, the recent wave of Canadian immigrants has put additional pressure on housing and public services. Neighborhoods once considered affordable are now seeing spikes in rent, partly due to increased demand from newcomers. Public schools, hospitals, and even local businesses are adjusting to serve a more diverse clientele. While New York thrives on diversity, the increasing number of Canadian immigrants has certainly intensified the challenges of managing an already dense urban landscape. Number 5. Washington. Washington State, sharing a border with British Columbia, is a natural landing spot for Canadian immigrants. The proximity to Vancouver and a shared climate and culture make it a comfortable transition for many. Cities like Seattle have seen significant growth in Canadian residents, especially those involved in tech, healthcare, and academia. However, this growth is not without consequences. Seattle's housing market is under intense pressure, and public transportation systems are often overloaded. The influx has also sparked debates about urban planning and the limits of sustainable development. Washington is feeling the squeeze as more Canadians arrive, eager to start new lives in a familiar but more economically vibrant environment. Number 4. Arizona. Arizona's warm climate and relatively affordable cost of living have made it a prime destination for Canadian retirees and snowbirds. What began as seasonal stays in places like Phoenix and Scottsdale has evolved into year-round residency. Many Canadian immigrants have purchased second homes or even relocated permanently, creating dense communities in suburban areas. As these areas fill up, locals have noticed increased traffic, longer wait times in healthcare facilities, and rising home prices. The transformation has also led to a cultural shift in some towns, with Canadian flags flying alongside American ones and businesses catering specifically to the Canadian crowd. Although the cultural exchange is enriching, the rapid demographic change has undeniably contributed to overcrowding. Number 3. Texas. Texas, with its booming job market, low taxes, and wide open spaces, has become an unexpected magnet for Canadian immigrants. Major cities like Austin, Dallas, and Houston are witnessing a quiet Canadian invasion, as skilled workers and families choose to settle there for better opportunities. The problem is that this sudden growth has not gone unnoticed by local authorities and residents. Infrastructures that were once sufficient are now overburdened. Schools are struggling to accommodate more students, public utilities are stretched thin, and urban sprawl is rapidly transforming rural areas. While Texas still has room to grow, the pace at which Canadian immigrants are settling in has sparked debates about sustainability and community impact. Number 2. California. California's progressive values, tech-driven economy, and stunning coastline have drawn a considerable number of Canadians in recent years. Many of these immigrants are young professionals or entrepreneurs who see California as the land of opportunity. Cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego are now experiencing a noticeable rise in Canadian communities. However, the influx is contributing to already strained housing markets and public resources. In places where affordable housing is already a crisis, the addition of more residents from abroad, even well-intentioned ones, creates added tension. Public schools, roads, and transportation systems are also feeling the pressure, making California one of the most overcrowded destinations for Canadian newcomers. Number 1. Florida. Florida has long been a favorite destination for Canadians, especially those seeking to escape the long, harsh winters up north. The sunny beaches, relaxed lifestyle, and abundance of retirement communities make it especially attractive to older Canadians. Over the years, this migration pattern has evolved from seasonal visits to permanent relocations. Now, entire neighborhoods in cities like Fort Lauderdale and Naples feel more Canadian than American. This surge in permanent settlement has led to housing shortages in popular areas, traffic congestion, and increased pressure on healthcare services. While many locals appreciate the contributions of Canadian immigrants, the sheer number settling in such a short time has created overcrowded conditions, particularly in tourist-heavy and coastal cities. As the movement of people between countries becomes more fluid, the United States continues to be a top destination for many Canadians. However, the increasing number of Canadian immigrants is creating real and tangible impacts on the states they settle in. From housing shortages and traffic congestion to strained public services and cultural shifts, these states are now grappling with the consequences of overcrowding. While immigration brings many benefits, it also demands thoughtful planning, investment in infrastructure, and community dialogue. The story of Canadian migration to the U.S. is far from over, and its ripple effects will continue to shape the future of these states for years to come.